Namaste. My name is Todd Norian, and I'm the founder of Ashaya Yoga. Ashaya means abode of the heart, and how perfect that we're going to do mantras and meditation for heart coherence, practices for world peace. And why I say it's for world peace, because the Tantra teaches that we're all interwoven, like the threads of a fabric. We're all interwoven with threads of bliss and light and love. And whenever you change your own frequency, you change the frequency of the entire world. So we're going to go in and do some mantra chanting, which will change our frequency and to bring not only just our heart, but our body, mind, and heart into alignment, into a deeper coherence, which basically means to access the deep essence of our source and to become more calm inside. And there's recently been scientific studies that really talk about how chanting affects our consciousness and affects our ability to relax. And especially it stimulates the vagus nerve, which is a nerve that has to do with sending information to the brain about the levels of stress in our body. So when the vagus nerve is stimulated, the parasympathetic nervous system, that's our rest and digest nervous system, grows and expands. And then our fight, flight, or freeze nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system, starts to diminish. Studies have also showed that the sound Om, or really any chanting, helps to deactivate the limbic brain, which is our back brain, our older brain, which is really the storehouse for all of our survival instincts like fight, flight, and freeze. It's also where all of our stress is held. So we increase and stimulate the vagus nerve, which triggers a deep relaxation and calm response in the body, and that increases the quality of the coherence with the heart and the body and the mind. So we'll do some alignment exercise, just sitting, then breathing exercises, pranayama. And then there's a very beautiful mantra that's a class of mantra called japa. Japa means to repeat or to mutter. So it's the chanting of mantra where you actually move your lips, mouth, or tongue, compared to another class called silent mantra meditation, where you think the mantra without any movement of the mouth. So we'll do both forms. This mantra that we'll chant is really beautiful. It's an ancient mantra, and the melody is so eerie and mystical and beautiful. So once we get to that part of our practice, I'll go through the words slowly with you, and there's a little definition, translation of these words. But the underlying essence of the mantra is a prayer to guide us from darkness to the light. And I'll say more about that when we get there. And we'll finish with a silent mantra meditation using the ancient mantra Ham Sa, which means I am that, meaning I am all there is. I am the universe. I am the everything, everywhere, all balled up into one. So please take a comfortable seat. You can sit in a chair, or if you're on the floor, cross-legged, elevate your hips. So come up onto one or two folded blankets. And then manually turn your thigh bones in, and you rotate the thigh bone so the inner thigh area moves toward the floor. This generates a low back curve, which is natural. And then lengthen the curve by pulling your tailbone down and in slightly. You know you're doing it well because your low belly will pull in and lift up. Now I like to join my index fingers and thumbs like this, which is the Jnana Mudra, or Chin Mudra, Mudra of consciousness or knowledge. And to me, this really just symbolizes the unbroken circle of consciousness. And also that our ego fingers, especially the index finger, touches the finger that represents universal consciousness, which is the thumb. So in a way, our limited self touches the unlimited part of ourselves. And then palms down, because we actually want to live this we want to embody this universal consciousness. Palms up is fine too, but then it's just a gesture of, okay, transcendence in a way. And in the Tantra that I teach, it's all about becoming ourselves, to actually come into the body, because the body is the expression. It's the crystallization of the divine's desire to know itself. So we always want to embody the spiritual essence. So palms down. Close your eyes. Take a couple of long, slow, deep breaths. With every exhalation, allow your hips to settle into the earth. And when you inhale, lengthen your side ribs from your hips to your shoulders. Continue with these breaths. Take the top of your shoulders back, lift your throat, and then draw your palate back. That's the roof of the mouth. And as you do that, the chin will rise up. And then keeping the curve in the back of your neck, lift the back of your skull upward. And imagine your head were like a helium-filled balloon. And as much as you're drawn upward toward the sky, the hips become heavy and become grounded toward the earth. Feel the sensation of lightness in the head, simultaneously to heaviness in the hips. And then go to the place right in the middle, between earth and sky, is the heart. And begin to breathe into the heart and invite the light of the universe to fill you. Allow this breath to be so soothing and healing that the rough edges around your heart begin to melt away. And if you've held any kind of shield or armoring around your heart, allow that to melt. Even the more subtle veils we put in front of the heart for protection. Let go of the subtle veils as well. And then deep in your heart, set a heart intention for your practice. What does your heart most deeply desire? And let that vibrate, resonate, and ring out into the universe. And then position your palate directly above your pelvis. Generally, when we all sit, we lean forward. See if you can let go of any anticipation of the next moment. Back everything up to return to the present moment where your head, your heart, and your pelvis are all in one line. And then focus on the central midline of your body and let that be a pillar of light. Where your body just drapes over this pillar of light like a heavy coat on a hanger. Relax your skin, muscles, bones, but maintain this upright posture. Now the central midline goes from the base of the spine all the way up and out through the top of your head. Let that be the unitary organizing principle for your being. Now let's practice pranayama. So begin to inhale and exhale through the nostrils and create a slight aspirated whisper sound as you engage just very lightly the base of the throat. It's as though you could whisper the sound sa, but with your lips closed. So it sounds like this. Some refer to it as the Darth Vader breath, but We don't have to go there. We'll continue what is known as the box breath. It's basically just a breath with metrics and with holding. So we'll breathe in for a count of 4, hold the breath for a count of 4, exhale for 4, hold the breath out for 4, while using this deep Ujjayi breath. Now remember, when you do Ujjayi, we want to utilize the full capacity of our lungs. So as you inhale, your belly will expand and inflate like a balloon. And then when you exhale, the belly will contract. As you let all the air out, the balloon deflates. Okay, here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And continue several more rounds. Go at your own pace. This metric count with holding is known to dissolve all anxiety. It's very calming and balanced for the nervous system. And then yogically, when we apply the Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi means victoriously uprising breath. It deepens and increases all the benefits of this breath. The friction we create tones the lungs, tones the throat. And esoterically, the Ujjayi breath is known to pull the prana, which is the spiritual life force, from the breath itself and distribute it through the nadis, which are the subtle nerve channels that carry life force to every part of the body. There are known to be over 72,000 of these little channels. So imagine now that as you do the Ujjayi breath, that you pull the life force into these subtle channels. And because there's friction in the sound of the Ujjayi, it cleanses, purifies, and in a way scours the subtle inner walls of these little tubes or tributaries. Now, if you can, begin to increase the length of your exhalation. First, attempt to exhale to a count of 6. If that's easy, then exhale to a count of 8. Keep the Ujjayi breath steady, relaxed, and without any effort or stress at all. Just the tiny bit of effort that's needed to produce the sound. And after the next exhalation, breathe normally. And then pause and feel the effect of Ujjayi on your heart, your mind, your body. And just savor the experience. Just dwell here for a moment or two. Now, to enhance the central pillar of light, which is called the Sushumna Nadi, the main nadi, or we call it the river of transformation, that is situated in our subtle body, right in front of the spine, from the base of the spine all the way up through the top of the head. On either side of it are two other nadis that are also very important. On the right side is the sun nadi, or the sun channel, and on the left is the moon channel. And these three together are known as sun, moon, and fire. Fire meaning the fire of transformation through the central channel. We're going to practice another pranayama, which is alternate nostril breathing, nadi shodhana, which translates as channel purification. So to do this, you bring your hand up, curl your fingers down, and we bow the ego fingers, so the index and middle fingers bow to the heart of the hand. And then the thumb goes on the right nostril, fourth and fifth fingers together on the left. And if this is just uncomfortable for you in whatever way, it's okay to just, let your fingers be not curled in. But in terms of the, traditional position, there's more concentrated energy when you curl your fingers in. There's less of a dissipation. And your forearm is almost vertical, in line with your heart. Inhale through both nostrils. And then close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale, right nostril. Close the right with your thumb and exhale through the left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. I invite you now to find your own natural rhythm. If this is easy for you, or those who are familiar, then begin using the Ujjayi sound, making that subtle aspirated whisper sound, lips closed. Go back and forth slowly, steadily, consistently. Permit the pauses between the breaths. Don't be in any hurry at all. There's no rush. When you breathe in and out of the right nostril, the sun channel, it activates the left hemisphere of the brain, which is more of our thinking, active, and it's the sort of functional part of our brain. And it has more to do with doing. It's active. It's also more hot, like the sun. When you're in and out of the left nostril, that's the moon channel. It relates to the right hemisphere of the brain, which is our intuitive, creative, and cooling channel. So in a way, the right side is more active, the left side is more passive. The right side is more about activity and doing. The left side is more about being. More esoterically, the right side represents Shiva, which is the penetrative force, often known as the divine masculine in all of us. The left nostril is known as the Shakti force, the divine feminine. And she is more receptive, more receptive. And when the balance of these two nostrils, the balance of Shiva and Shakti, are in balance, the central channel, the Sushumna, opens. And all polarities dissolve. And we come into a deeper unity consciousness. Now the next time you inhale through the right nostril, exhale through both nostrils. So we finish Nadi Shodhana in the same way that we come into it, very balanced. Release your right hand down. From here we'll begin the japa mantra. And there should be a mantra handout, a PDF, that goes along with this video. So if you have that, then you can look at the words. This is an ancient mantra from the Vedas and is known as the Shanti mantra, different from the Shanti mantra invocation. It's also called the Pavanama mantra, meaning to be purified or strained, and is another name for soma or wholeness. And it's introduced in one of the Upanishads, which is basically to be recited during fire ceremonies of transformation. But we're going to do it here as a prayer for world peace. The definition of these phrases are, and there's 4 phrases: lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Now this idea of leading me from death to immortality doesn't mean literal death or immortality. It's lead me from my limited state to my unlimited, my unbounded freedom, this vastness of consciousness that comes when we have heart coherence. So I'll repeat the first line and then you can repeat it after me. Asato ma sad gamaya. Asato ma sad gamaya. Tamaso ma jyotir gamaya. Tamaso ma jyotir gamaya. Mrityor mam ritam gamaya. Mrityor mam ritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Good. Now the melody is just so beautiful and it's very subtle. So listen to the subtleties. There's almost like microtones in the melody. And then as soon as you catch on, please join me and we'll chant this for a few minutes. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityor ma mritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityormamritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityormamritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityormamritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityormamritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityormamritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Allow yourself to flow in the wake of the mantra. First we chant the mantra, and then we let the mantra chant us. Ride the vehicle of the mantra deeper into your heart and dwell there. All of your senses open. Let go, surrender, and be pulled within. Allow your body, mind, and heart to melt. Release any resistance. And become more open, soft, receptive. Now, from the space of the heart, we practice silent mantra meditation. Offer the thought of the mantra, hum, sa, into the field of your awareness, effortlessly, with no rush. And continue to repeat the thought of the mantra, hum, sa. Hum, sa. Let the mantra become your anchor, and any time your mind wanders, which it will, just bring it back to the mantra effortlessly, no judgment, without any comparison. And then at a certain point, the mantra becomes so soft. It becomes more like a distant star. And then you go deeper inside. And we'll dwell in the place in the heart for the last few minutes. Gently release the mantra now. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Receive the benefits of our practice, that you have changed your vibration, changed your frequency. And when we do that together in a group, it increases the power exponentially. And then offer a prayer for peace to all beings. A prayer for world peace. And just know that as you shift your vibration, you shift the vibration on the planet. And on a very deep spiritual level, you've just made a huge impact. And let's collectively hold the vision for world peace everywhere, especially now with so much unrest on the planet. And let's align our hearts together with the one heart, the one light that fills us all, the one breath that we all breathe. And with gratitude for this heart practice and this opportunity to go deeper, we'll take a deep breath and chant Om. From my heart to yours, Namaste. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for your practice. If you enjoyed this practice and you would like to do more experiences like this with me, please check out my website, ashayayoga.com, and you'll find all kinds of practices and opportunities to deepen your practice. So thanks again.